Like I say, Nixon or JFK basically wanted my space program. He wanted control of my space shuttles. But the problem is the Irishmen and the Scotsmen were doing it, or something like that. They were working at those sites. Probably some Russians too, I don't really know. But basically, they're all milling around my space shuttle sites and stuff like that, working hard for me, basically. Nixon would talk about the war in Korea or K something or other, that one place where my space shuttle was, but about 2 years before there ever was a war or where there ever was fighting. And then they would go to attack them and take out my space shuttle program to try and get it moved to America, to the United States or whatever. I said, JFK didn't have a space shuttle program, didn't have a rocket program. He thought he could just fight and kill and remake history. He was very much trying to shut down the program. Anyway, I believe JFK is the one who probably attacked the Irishmen and Scotsmen who were working at my shuttle site, restoring it, keeping it up to date, and basically working on the shuttle. Like I said, they had futuristic technology. We had LCD screens inside that space shuttle. They were using tantalum wiring and stuff like that. Valuable and futuristic technology, I guess Nixon or JFK would think. Like I said, it's different than your written history. In your history in America, you think JFK is a hero and someone who had something to do with the space shuttle program or the space program. He didn't. If it was anything, it was the Kennedys who basically willed some money or basically gave money to me or gave money for a shuttle program. JFK was not a Kennedy, nor had anything to do with it. Nor did Jimmy Carter. Anyway, this all became apparent in 1940, 1950, and 1960. Basically. So anyway. Like I said, talk to the Koreans, talk to the Japanese, talk to the Chinese, talk to the Russians and the Germans. They all have one thing in common. They were attacked. By someone that was supposed to be good but wasn't. JFK. Nixon. So anyway. Trying to rewrite history. Change history. Trying to rename my country. Whatever. I don't really care. My White Star Line ships did not go quietly into the night, nor did my company. We had submarines and battleships and ocean-going ships of every kind in steel. Because I was the one who said that they could. That we could have enough power. And I suggested steam, which actually worked quite effectively. So, with some oil and some alcohol. Like I say, many people were wondering how my steamships were able to go so fast. It was more than just oil. I mean, more than just coal. They used it was basically a blast furnace. We had been playing around with it for years. So anyway. Yep. Whatever. But she could function just fine as a coal running ship too. Practically, they said they could actually burn trash or whatever they wanted in there with the oil and whatever turned on. Although I didn't really like it. Whatever. And it has and the Titanic also had a steam recuperating thing. So 2 or 3 of the things I believe ran salt water through them, and basically baked off the salt and basically turned the steam into water, and then the rest of them would run on fresh water and have recuperation tanks. I don't know if this was included in the Titanic, but my later on steamships would have them so they could recoup the steam and recondense it back into water. So anyway, all kinds of stuff was done. So anyway, and that's your real history. So whatever. Basically, Nixon, JFK, and John McCain realized that they could basically just lie and do whatever they wanted and no one would know the difference. Because I had such a good running setup. And like I said, they didn't really understand the government anyway. They were just people basically holding rallies and stuff like that. trying to encourage the population and then trying to take the credit for it. But like I said, my population didn't really need encouragement. They had payroll, money and food and clothes. My system was, my companies were based on more than just words. So anyway, and so were my life forms. Reality. Anyway, that's why everything is LU and star. So anyway, and that's why the Confederacy or whatever is just a footnote and barely anything at all. Yankees and whatever. Like I said, I didn't come up with the word Yankees or Confederacy. That wasn't me. So anyway, oh well, good luck with all that. And then they did know, but then of course, then just as soon as I get rid of one nightmare, I have another nightmare of basically Rodney and Mike and his brother. Oh, God. Lord. What a pain. And while I'm doing realistic insurance and basically having work crews and construction equipment that's capable of rebuilding cities not as quickly as you can knock them down, you know, these other people are running around acting stupid and doing whatever. Anyway, I don't really know. I don't care. That's why California was important. I was here, so whatever. Anyway, and then while a bunch of people would run around pretending to be senators and pretending to be rich and have money, and they were really just printing money off the printing presses and stealing the taxpayers' dollars, pretending to basically be doing things, but they really weren't. Well, if they were starting wars or shooting people or something like that. I don't know. Like I say, I don't really know what John McCain actually was doing, really, other than being inside of White Star submarine and some other things, and basically walking up to my DC building wearing nothing but a Speedo, thinking he could just walk in there. Anyway, whatever. So good luck with all that.